Hey everybody, Andy Stickel here. Listen, I just got this email from Daniel, and he has actually told me that it's okay to share his information here. But Daniel said, Andy, I followed your advice on the Profit for Law webinar. I scheduled a webinar, and I sent the link to clients. I posted on my social media, ran and boosted ads on Facebook, and have one registered person and no attendees. I'm emailing during my webinar. So, what happened here is I've been telling people that one of the best things you can do right now in a pandemic, and honestly, really anytime, but especially right now, is you can do live Q&A webinars. And basically, Daniel happens to be a family law attorney. So what I told him is that you can go on and you can create a webinar where basically you say, hey, listen, if you have any questions about child custody or child support or visitation or family law or anything as it relates to COVID-19 or anything at all, then go ahead and come on this webinar. I'll answer all of your questions live. So he sent me his ad, and I want to critique the ad live, and I want to show you kind of some of the things that I would do differently, and maybe a few reasons why I think that this ad didn't work as well as he wanted it to, and hopefully this will give him some ideas on kind of what he can do in the future. So scrolling down to his email here. All right, here is the actual ad. So let me back up a little bit. All right, so this is his ad right here. So we've got, the top is COVID-19, which I think that's spelled wrong, isn't it? Is it COVID-19? COVID-19, yeah. So we got the first word is a typo, so that's not good. COVID-19, divorce and family issues during the corona pandemic. Free webinar. Let me answer all of your divorce and family law questions during this interactive webinar, April 7th, 2020 at noon. Register in advance for this webinar, and then we've got a link. And then we've got a picture of a family right here, and then we've got law offices of Daniel Clement, and then sign up. Now, a couple issues here. First of all, one of the first things that I would be concerned about, and this is a human nature thing, so I don't want to hear anything about this. This is going to be a little controversial, but I think this is a human nature thing. This ad to me looks like it might be from Asia. It looks like, because it looks like we had an Asian family. I'm not sure. I think you're in New York, right? So one of the things that I would do is I want to make sure that my target audience, I want to have my target audience represented as a picture. Don't read into that anything more than it should be. That's basically just what it is. And when people look at things, they want to see themselves. So this kind of looks to me like, I don't know anything about this, but to me, like, you see these people in the background. For some reason, this doesn't look like it's in the United States. And it looks like this is maybe an Asian couple. I'm not really sure, to be totally honest with you. But that's one thing right there, is the picture could be an issue. So I would probably make this a little bit more look like the types of people that your regular clients are. Now, if you're going for people of Asian descent, then that's fine. That's perfect. Then this image is good. But that would be my first thing. Second thing, obviously, we got to make sure that COVID is spelled correctly. But one of the things is that this line right here is probably the most important line of this entire post, and it's really not doing any justice, and the formatting of this thing is all kind of messed up. So let me show you what I would do differently. So I always go to Hemingway app. Hemingway app is is an app which is really cool, because what you can do is it actually forces you to write like a third grader and not an attorney, which is always a big problem. So what you typically want to do is say something like, I've had many clients ask me questions about various family law matters, so I decided to host a free Q&A. Free Q&A, free Q&A to answer all of your legal questions. Okay, so now you can already see that it's yellow, which means that you can see it says it's hard to read. So what you want to do is you want to kind of whittle this down a little bit. So many clients have asked me questions about various family law matters. So how can we simplify that? So about child custody support, and other family law issues. So in response, instead of I decided, I'm hosting a free, and actually one tip, if you could say no cost Q&A, that's usually better for Facebook compliance, but try free unless if you get the ads disapproved, then that's something you say. I decided to host a free Q&A to answer any legal questions you may have. And then let's see. Then we want to say, I'll be discussing all issues related to family law, including divorce, domestic violence, child custody / support, and more. Okay, so let's do this. I'll cover many family law, many topics. I'll cover many topics, including divorce, domestic violence, child custody, support, and more. Okay, so now many clients have asked me questions. Sometimes you can do something like that and just make it simple. Questions about child custody, support, and other family issues. I always try to make it yellow because if you can make it yellow, it means it's much easier to read. Many clients have asked me questions about child support and other family issues. In response, I'm hosting a free Q&A to answer any legal questions you may have. I'll cover many topics, including divorce, domestic violence, child custody support, and more. If you or someone, and then you can say, please share this post with anyone who needs help with a family law matter in New York. And then you can do date, April 6, 2020, time, do, noon, and then register here. Link. Now, one of the things you want to do is the first line, you might want to do something. So like, what I would say is like, child support, custody, divorce, or domestic violence questions. Something like that, because this line right here is the most important line of the entire thing. It gets their attention. Now, so this is a much better ad that will get people's attention. Now, the other part about this is right down here where it says Law Offices of Daniel Clement. That should be like that. That's really important. That should say something like. Honestly, you could even take something like you could do something like for the headline. You could do something like free COVID-19 child custody support and family law Q&A. Something like that. And then obviously get rid of headline. But I think if you ran something like this, then I think you would have much more luck. Let me switch back over here. I think if you ran an ad like that and with a different image, you would have much more luck getting people to this this post. Now the other thing is, let me go right back over here. It looks like you actually published this from your business page. I would also publish this from this same thing from your personal page also, and encourage your friends and family to share it as well. And anyone else, and then like if you have, a wife or anything like that, have her share it as well, and just kind of get the word out. And if you ask people to share it for you and say, share this with anyone that needs to see this, then what will happen is people actually will share it, and it will spread, and you'll get way more than just one person at your webinar. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this gave you some good ideas, and I look forward to hearing how this works for you. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.